Living in US changes a person.
The greediness comes through because when you look at such high money coming in, West Coast is the most expensive and the highest paying job market. In California as a fresher, everybody makes at least over $100,000. Stay in US with multiple ways. There are some loopholes, I would say.
Is it easy to make real friends in US?
Not at all. Without a job, you have like 60 days, 90 days to get a job, or else you have to go out of the country. The safety is a lot of big concern in US. You are a handicap if you don't own a car over there. Make sure you have your finances well. Don't depend upon that udhar jaake dekh lenge. No.
Let's talk about salaries, expenses, taxes in US. You can give a range of a fresher salary, maybe a little more experienced one, or however you want to put it through.
I would say there's like a huge range of salaries that we can discuss. I'll stick to the West Coast because West Coast is the most expensive and the highest paying job market in the US. So I will just talk about California. As a fresher, I see anybody in California as a fresher, everybody makes at least over $100,000. They begin with, I feel, 100,000 because that's bare minimum you need to live by. The expenses are so much. So it can be anywhere between 100 to 180,000 as a fresher you start at. And as you go up, there is no limit, honestly. I know people who make around 5 million a year. I know people who make $500,000 and that to straight up cash. So there are companies like that which pay you crazy amounts because it's a tech hub of the world. And there are people who are satisfied with 150, 180 as well. So it just depends how ambitious you are, how hardworking you are. There is no limit to the amount you can earn there. But 100 to 180 is where I would say put a fresher into.
Okay. Versus your expenses?
So your expenses, it depends completely based on your lifestyle. Now, as a single person who lives by himself and just rooms with other people, he can easily manage within $2,000 to $2,500 per month. But if you are living by yourself, that just goes up by another 1,000, 3,000, 3,500. If you want an upgraded lifestyle where you want to party every other weekend, you want to just eat outside, you want to live by yourself in a luxurious apartment all the time, then it can go around $5,000, $5,500 as well. It purely depends on the style or lifestyle that you choose.
Okay. And taxes?
Taxes. That hurts me. So taxes are really, really hurtful in California specifically because that's the highest state tax in the whole US. For this, there are two ways that taxes can be accumulated. One is when you are on a student visa, F1 visa. There are two taxes that you pay, actually three in California. One is federal, one is state tax, and one is California disability tax. But once you move from student visa to work visa, that's H-1B visa, then two more taxes gets added. That's Medicare, FICA, and Social Security. So three more. So that's an increase of 8 to 9% easily.
A total of?
So the total comes from, it can be anywhere based on, I'm just assuming a fresher 100 to 180. It can be, the total comes to 32 to 34%.
Okay, that's huge.
Because California has like around 8 to 10% of state tax, 17 to 18% is federal tax, and the rest 8% is Medicare, FICA, Social Security.
Oh, and you still choose to be living in California.
The salaries compensate for those things.
Okay, Tesla is giving you ESOPs, I am assuming. Okay. Can you give me a INR number of a yearly saving which a beginner or even a intermediate guy would look for if someone is aspiring to be in US? What's the kind of number that he can? I know it depends on lifestyle, taxes, etc., but an average number.
I feel that anywhere as a beginner, you should be able to easily save 30 to 40 lakhs INR a year.
After all your expenses and taxes?
For all your expenses and taxes, it shouldn't be a lot of challenge to save that much. Considering you're not a great, like you're not spending too much on lifestyle. And I would say there can be more upside of it. This is like, I would say a mediocre range I'm saying, but there can be more upside of it if you keep working hard. And if you have something called there's something called DINK in Bay Area, which is double income, no kids.
Okay.
So if you and your partner live together with double income, there's no kids, then it can be on a higher end as well.
Okay. Got it. Thanks.